Hey Sainers, welcome back to episode 17 of the Saints Nation podcast. I am joined here by Bem and Cooper as always, and finally something different to talk about.
Just a little bit different.
Just a little bit different. A great win
One
by
of
the boys.
Greatest comebacks in AFL VFL history.
Not one of. It is the greatest.
It is the
There you
greatest. The largest three-quarter time deficit ever, and we came back. So I'm pretty pumped about that one, boys. What do we think of the game?
Fucking ridiculous, to be
Mate.
honest. If we're talking about the game was dumb. Like, the game was just dumb.
Oh, yeah.
Those first three quarters were I don't even want to go negative, but that was some of the worst football we've played.
I don't know
And then
how.
just to turn it on in that last out of nowhere.
I don't know
It's
how
crazy.
we've gone a minute into this podcast without mentioning Nasiah Wanganeen-Milera.
We've got to have it every minute just to Naz.
Yeah, sign up. Well,
Yeah,
there you go.
round of
Mention the.
applause.
Nasiah Nation. Naz, we love you so much. Please sign the contract.
He has. He signed. We're all good.
Oh, there you go. Is he exclusive from
100%.
Exclusive. Hopefully it's announced this week. We all saw the video of Naz on Ross's shoulders after the game.
Yeah. Well,
I don't think you're celebrating like that if you've
No,
lost.
he,
If you're
he,
not
he
signing.
just penned the contract in that room right then and there.
I
They had a
hope so.
huge function just for Naz to sign the contract.
do you reckon he's like had a toast? He's like, look at he's like,
Naz,
I'm
Naz
not leaving.
would not want to speak with in front of all of them. I can promise you that.
It probably the greatest performance by a St Kilda player I can remember being at.
Yeah, well, he's the one that won us the game
Yeah,
with his
he
own
had-
boot. The only reason we won the game, obviously, was because of him. But
35 and 4, just, it's light work for him in the midfield now, isn't it?
what is he average? He's averaging 35 and 3 goals a game as a pure mid at the moment. It's 2 games, but best player in the comp, obviously.
Brownlow? Is he a Brownlow chance?
Well,
Yes.
we were looking at it. What do we think, Bem? What do we think?
100%.
He's at $51 odds on Sportsbet. I put some money on it.
Last week he was 151.
Yep. So he's got
dropping.
He's got 3 games now against Richmond, Essendon, and North Melbourne. Arguably the 3 of the 4 worst teams in the competition right now, aside from Melbourne in last quarters. And he could very easily poll 9 votes in those games. That'd probably put him at about the mid-20s if he does
Yes.
poll all those 3 votes, right? He's got a game against GWS. That could very well decide what he does, because I'll get up his stats from the last GWS game.
He was our best on, easily.
I think he had like 30 and 3 goals.
Yes.
So I'll get it up now because I think it was around
So he's
5.
probably got the 3 votes in that game as well.
Yeah,
we
we
lost
lost
by
by
28,
28.
And
I'll
we
check if there was
were
anyone
down
else
by a
like
bit
that.
more, too.
Yeah.
But he plays well. He had 24 and 3
Oh.
goals. Ridiculous.
Is
Yeah,
that a vote game? Are we saying it?
It's
Better be.
pretty close. Like, no one else had ridiculous games, it doesn't look like. So Toby Green had
Yeah.
5 goals. But
It's
aside from that, it could be Naz.
he's on. But it's such a weird game because I'm speechless and I have like so much to say at the exact same time.
I had a full notes of who I'm taking out, who played horrible, and then everybody just turns it on all of a
I
sudden.
know, when we met up at half time outside aisle
Oh,
37,
no.
That's how I.
you said if you had your car there, you would leave the ground.
Yeah, I
you
was-
were gonna leave.
I went with my family, so I wasn't actually because they were both Melbourne supporters, so I was actually allowed to leave. But I probably would have left if I had a chance to. But
So many people just left around me. It reminded me of when the Heat in 2013 when they were in the NBA
Yeah.
finals and everyone left before Ray Allen hit the shot. That's what
It-
that reminded me of.
Yeah, it
This
was
is-
ridiculous.
we just witnessed history. This is
I know.
Yeah.
crazy.
So my cousin, he was in somewhere recording some stuff, and he was tempted to come to the game, but he wasn't sure. And it was like halfway through the first quarter, and he made the decision to come to the game.
There you go.
Gets here just at the start of the second half, and by the end of the third quarter, questioning, why did you come to the game? And then that happened. And we're just jumping up and down in joy. We scored 40 points. We had 25 inside 50s up until the third quarter.
Yeah.
And then we kicked 9 goals in one quarter.
I don't know how.
Have we ever kicked 9 goals in a quarter under
Yeah,
Ross?
we kicked it
Yeah.
against Hawthorn last year in the first quarter.
Oh, yes, of course. And then didn't really do much for the rest of the
Yeah,
game.
literally,
No.
almost lost it, and then
Yeah.
pulled our ass in the fourth. But like, I've never experienced that.
No.
And
No.
the thing is, like, it wasn't a huge crowd by any means. We've had bigger, but we've also been quieter. Like, we were very agitated as a crowd. I felt like
Yep.
because we were so bad, but we were close to being good. Like, there was just one thing that had let everything down in all of our plays. And so the crowd was at least getting involved. And
Yeah.
especially like in terms of some of the players, they were absolutely deplorable in those first 3 quarters. They were going at them.
Yes.
And so there was noise.
I don't think I've ever heard worse things said at the football with some of those players.
Was our mate behind you? Was he there?
Yes, he was there. I love. There's this guy who sits behind me at the footy every week. He just yells out the most obnoxious things ever.
It's just, and then for whatever reason, so I'll put it this way: at the start of the 4th quarter, I'm speaking to my cousin, and we're like, okay, what's going to happen is we've got 2 options. We'll either kick 3 or 4 goals really early, and then we'll be able to score a goal for the rest of the quarter, and it'll be like, oh, good effort, we tried, or we'll be completely in the game and we'll kick 1 goal 9 in the last quarter, and we'll just rue our chances like the Gold Coast 3rd quarter or something like that. I tipped the draw at the start of the game.
You were
I
close.
was on
He
a
was
record
8 seconds off.
for a draw, right? I am celebrating when Naz kicked that last goal. Not because we can win, because I want us to lose,
Well, everybody
but
was
because I got the
celebrating.
tip correct.
Everybody was
yeah.
celebrating that like when it was a draw. I was like,
Yeah.
how do we
Yeah.
do this?
Yeah, and then that shit happened.
Well, have
But,
you
like,
boys ever been to a draw?
I've never been to a draw. I've never been to a goal after the siren either.
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
my first.
neither.
I don't think I've ever been to a draw, no.
No,
And he's-
I've never been to a draw. And my mum, who went to the 2010 grand final, she's like, "Have you ever been to a draw?" And I'm like, "No."
No.
So I sort of had it in my mind. I'm like, "Shit, we're gonna draw."
I was
That
happy.
was
I was
just
happy to take the
ridiculous.
draw until that amazing. We should actually
That-
talk about the 4th quarter now.
Yeah,
We've talked about all
let's
our
talk about the
reactions.
game. Let's talk about the game.
Let's start off with the last beat. That amazing set play from Marshall and Nas.
Yeah,
Yeah.
all Naz, all Naz. Like Marshall, good job. You almost overkicked it as well, but like
That was a perfect kick. I
it
reckon.
worked well.
Yeah.
But for them to be of the knowing that Naz broke forward, like he was expecting it to
Yeah.
just be handled to Marshall, and then everyone obviously had to come back, and then they had to wait for everyone to be in the 6-6-6. Which, by the way, everyone was like, "What is happening? Give us the ball."
Yeah,
You've got to wait.
I was
It's
so
a 6-6-6 because you've got to have 6 mids, 6 forwards, six defenders. You've got to wait for it to be set.
Yeah.
And so I was like, get everyone back. What is Melbourne doing? Why are they breaking away? And so then you can just see Naz and Marshall. They're sitting next to each other. No one else is getting involved. Caminiti's gone to the wing. He's literally sitting on the edge of the forward 50. And Jack Vine is sitting on the other side
Yeah.
when they know it's our ball. And so, like, for me, I'm thinking something's happening here. And then you see all the forwards. They're all literally sitting in the goal square. And, like, just because Marshall's a good kick doesn't make it he can kick at 80 metres.
Yeah.
And then Naz does that. And I'm like,
That is
oh my
the
God.
IQ there
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
do that, to tell the forwards go that way and go deep, and then just have that amount of space and sprint into it. I know it's bad defense from both Viney and Pickett, but far out.
I reckon I've seen it about 100 times since then. And what we're recording
Yeah.
it basically 1 o'clock on the Monday, and I've already watched it 100 times.
I think everybody watched that last quarter when they got home.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
You had to.
Yeah.
And it's just like in the last quarter, so many things changed. Like I couldn't name 8 things that they switched around to try get it. Like obviously we had Caminiti go back earlier in the game. You had Boxall come on because Collard came out with an ankle injury.
Yep.
Which thankfully was the only injury we had all game. But then you had Steele becoming a forward pocket, took that one mark. That was actually a really good mark, but that was his one touch for the 4th quarter. Kicked the goal. You had Mason Wood going from playing as a third tall to being an actual winger. God knows playing in your primary position actually helps. Where he kicked the goal, almost kicked another, and then set up Naz's mark.
There are so many
Like-
players like that in that last
You
quarter.
had
Yeah.
Naz sitting at full forward instead of being a midfielder
Took-
around the ball.
Let's not get it twisted. Right? Mark of the year.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, 100%.
There is not a bigger moment. There's not
Yeah.
a bigger mark this year yet.
That
And we talked about it after the game. I'm like, no other player is doing that in the
No.
competition. None other than these star midfielders. And you're like,
arguably Bont, but that's about it.
yeah. Like,
Yeah.
Nick Dacos isn't doing that. As good as Nick Dacos
He can't
is,
take a contested mark.
he is not doing that
He's
with the
not
game on
taking
the
a
line.
specky on tour. And
So for us to actually be like, we're tanking in the first 3 quarters and then just pull that out of our arse is
Yeah.
ridiculous. Like, McRae, he was on the bench for a lot of the last quarter.
yes.
And we trusted Hall, Naz, and Windy a lot in that last quarter because Windy wasn't tagging Pickett. And the tag didn't work for the first 3 quarters. Pickett didn't have his best game, but he was almost in a lot of places. And I don't think Windy was at his best.
Yeah, Wendy was getting
Like-
killed.
So I think you got that. You got Jones, who statistically had a great game. But aside from like 3 or 4 bad moments, actually had a good game, which
Yeah.
no one predicted. Like Cooper Sharman, I thought the way he stood up in the last quarter was great because he was nowhere in the first 3 quarters. And I was losing my head. I'm like, we're seeing you as our next medium forward, a Tim Membry replacement.
Yeah.
You're not even jumping for the ball in the air. He was basically playing as a defender.
Yeah.
And I was getting pissed off because I'm like, why have we dropped Max Heath?
Yeah.
Because, having a key position player who can just sit and take all the body contact does wonders. We saw it last 4 weeks or whatever he's played.
Yeah. Like, probably hasn't played a good game since round 8 versus Freo.
So, like,
And he's on it.
That last quarter.
he just turns it on because he's getting in the game. He's jumping. Like, he loves to sit from behind. But his best ability is to go from the side and jump in from the side.
Yeah.
So I'm so confused as to either what the coaches are doing with him or what he's doing because he's clearly just not implementing what he's meant to be doing. He's not playing to his strengths.
Yeah. And touching on forwards, we saw Taru move forward.
Yep,
Probably
kicked his
about
first.
the second quarter. Kicked his first goal. Is he going to start forward next week against North Melbourne?
Depends what the ends are. If Heath doesn't come in, I think he does because I don't think Caminiti's ever gone forward again.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if Howard comes in. We have Howard, Caminiti and Wilkie down back, and then you've got Taru up forward.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I'm not against that either. I think
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me because Cordy's still in the VFL. Cordy
Yeah.
played all right from at least stats-wise, but it was a smashing. And we'll touch on that a bit later. But, I don't know, Taru is one I would like to see become that third, second tall. I think he played all right. Like, he only kicked 1 and had 5, but, like, he was everywhere.
Yep. He had a lot of almost too. He's only in, 5 games in or 6 games in now.
Yeah.
That you'll get eventually, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you got to persist with that as a forward now.
Yeah.
For the rest of the year at least and see what that could do.
Yeah, unless there's an injury down back, which we hope not. But another player who debuted this year, Max Heath, or Max Hall, sorry.
Yeah.
How good is he?
Where the fuck's he come from?
Yeah. Like, McRae was off for the last 15 minutes, the AFL app said,
Yeah.
of that game. And, yeah, he was. But I think it says more about Max Hall than it does about Jack McRae. Because Max Hall dominated that midfield in that last quarter.
He had 19 touches and 13 of them were scores, like scoring involvements.
It's ridiculous. Like, that's 67% of his touches resulted in a score. That is absolutely ridiculous. Like, those percentages are nuts. And he came from a mid-season draft pick. Like, he is arguably going to finish top 10 in our BNF this year. Arguably top 5.
Easily.
Yes.
So, like,
His back end of the year. He's only getting beaten by one man.
he's arguably kicking 15 and a goal.
It's been very consistent.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if he finishes top 3.
Yeah.
Because who can you say aside from Naz and maybe Sinclair that are definitively better than him? Maybe Wilkie. And that's about it.
And yeah.
Like, no one else has had a ridiculously good season that would block his. So, for our recruiting, round of applause for that.
Good
because
job.
that
Everyone
is
talks shit about it.
phenomenal.
Yeah.
We've been very good since 2021.
Yeah, I think even King, I think, is something that will eventually be good. But our recruiting, as you said, the last 5-ish years has just been amazing compared to what it was too.
I know. People still bring up Billings as much as it might
Much as we love
hurt you to
Billings.
hear that, and McCartan. It's a completely different list
Yeah.
management group to what we have now.
It's working.
And I'd argue we've hit most of our draft picks. I reckon 3 of them have been delisted since. And it was really just that 2022
no really high
draft.
picks besides the Matthew Allison.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
even
was
he
the
was
only
pick
one
30,
we missed.
wasn't he? So
Yeah, pick 28, I want to say.
yeah, something like that. I was glad that Jack Higgins had a good game. Finally,
Yes.
kicked 4. It was a very quiet 4 though.
Kicked set shots
Yeah,
I know.
He
Are
had
you
2.
kidding?
He had 2.
I could
that
not
you'd
believe
say
it.
you'd miss.
Like,
Besides
so,
that.
he'd been missing them for the last 6 weeks. So, yay Higgins,
I
you,
say
kicked, you
he
kicked
is.
what you needed to.
He's back. He's kicked the most goals he ever has in a
Yep.
season.
Is that 39?
Yes, he's at 30.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
39.
I
So
had
I think
like-
he's 10th in the
I had a
Commonwealth.
graphic ready after the West Coast game for
Mhm.
him. I thought he was going to get it like in the next week. He'd break his record, and like
Yeah, he's been
it's
on.
taken until now. It's been about 10 weeks.
Yeah, he's
But-
had a quiet stretch, but let's hope
He's
he
still
has.
averaging 2.1 a game. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Let's really just hope he can actually like continue this form for the rest of the year and push for another AA spot because
Yeah,
his
he
start of the year was
fell out of it.
fantastic.
Yeah.
If he kicks, let's say 10 goals to close out the year, he gets to almost 50 goals. That is
Yeah.
a ridiculously good season.
Yeah, and I think we've got 2 locks right now. Touching on the All Australian
Yeah, in
squad, I think
Wilkie and Naz.
Naz and Wilkie. They'll
Naz,
make the
100%.
22.
Depends how they want to go, but I think Wilkie is probably still easily one of the best
Yep.
backmen in the league, so should definitely be in
I
conversation
think
for
they'll
it.
give it to him. And then, it's really Higgins.
Higgins is the other one.
Higgins will definitely make the squad. I don't know if he'll make the team.
Oh, yeah, easily.
Sinclair could push, but I don't
Sinclair
think
can
so.
push the squad. I don't think about anything else. So.
Yeah, and no one else is even close,
No.
really.
No.
So there's just, I mean, what else can we even talk about? Because, like, we know the fourth quarter was
There's
great.
so much.
But do we want to touch on the first 3 quarters? Because
I don't want to touch on it.
Don't want to touch on it at all. I think besides the stagnant ball movement, it was just there's nothing really to touch on with it.
Nah.
We've seen it last year. We know exactly what went wrong.
If we touch on the first 3 quarters, it's the exact same podcast we've done for the past 8
Yeah.
weeks.
yeah, true.
So I'm happy having this little moment of bliss that we haven't had since like the start of the podcast, since like episode 4. We've been
Yeah.
in this dog shit position.
And
Yeah, we
that's-
started 3-1.
I know the podcast started
that
really good.
Port game, Lance Collard kicked the sealer.
Yeah.
We're like, here
we
we
started
go.
after the Geelong game, I think. We
Yeah, it
skipped
was.
the Adelaide game,
Yep.
and our first win in a while. Our first win since the Melbourne game.
Yeah. Was I even? I don't think I was even there for that Melbourne episode. I think
don't
I was
even-
away. This is my first winning podcast episode for a while.
Since
Since
Freo.
Freo.
pretty much.
Yeah.
Jesus.
That was 14 weeks ago.
I think
It's good to be back. Good to be back.
14 weeks.
Windhager, he's one worth touching on. Again, started slow, but
Mhm.
finished strong. Hunter Clark,
He,
Off halfback, amazing.
Russ listens.
A
Ross,
great last quarter.
send me an email. I know you've got my email because Carl Delina has it. Just send me an email if you want to come on. We know you listen because last week we talked about if we're moving Naz into the midfield, someone's got to go to halfback. And it should have been Hunter Clark because of how good he was in 2020. And now, round 20,
So you saying
Fourth
Ross
quarter.
coaches through this podcast?
he might as well.
He might. Okay.
I didn't see anyone else bring that up this week.
I didn't see anyone else bringing Ryan Burns
Nasiah
2 weeks
Nasiah
ago.
Nation is gone.
Unfortunately.
Unfortunately, the screen's gone black. But I did not see anyone else bring up the fact that Hunter Clark should be playing off halfback apart from us.
Nope.
And I think it was a pretty good call. After some technical difficulties, we are back. But I think moving off Hunter Clark, maybe we should touch on the captain, Jack Steele. We were all at
Well,
training.
we said it. Yeah,
we
we
were
said
all
it.
on training at Friday, and we saw
Listened in.
bit of a shoulder injury with Jack Steele. If you followed Saints Nation on Twitter and on Instagram, you would have known about that.
Yes.
But what did he have in the end? Like, he had that goal.
13 in a goal, I think it
13 in a
was.
goal. So
Didn't get enough tackles as he normally does either.
Which clearly indicates from
Yes.
the,
You got
the tough
Max
shoulder.
Gorn nailed him in a tackle too,
Yeah.
right in front of me once. So.
he definitely played injured. So I'm happy giving him a bit of a pass, especially considering he kicked that goal.
Well, I don't think we even give him. I think we give him some praise for trying. Like the efforts there from your captain, still playing in that game.
Was
knowing
it his
he's
shoulder he did against Geelong round
2022.
9, 2022?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just been that same. isn't
And
it?
that's when he went forward as well.
And then, he
so,
did, and then he did it against the Dogs in 2023 early.
yeah.
I mean, it's like 2 weeks.
He
But
did it this year too, didn't he?
probably he does it every year.
He was injured at the start of this year.
Yeah, it might have been that.
Mm.
Oh,
Well,
no,
that
I
was
think
a
that
knee.
was a knee.
That was a knee, yeah.
That was a knee.
Well,
So,
anyway,
You
the
can't
bloke
fault
I-
the effort.
No, definitely not.
That's the captain, and that's what we've been screaming out for the last
Yeah.
16
years.
episodes.
yeah.
The bloke that I think replaces him is Hugh Boxall, and he was fabulous, I thought, after coming on.
Yes.
48% time on ground, 15 touches. As soon as he came on, like within a minute, laid a good tackle, got a handball, got another handball in his first passage of play.
Pretty much
And-
didn't come off.
Yeah. So, like,
Sub it a week.
easily. Like, he had actual impact on the game.
Mm.
He had one poor kick that I remember, which I think did in the end cost us a goal, which is the one where he broke out of a couple tackles in the back pocket and then kicked it to the open wing.
Yeah.
But at the same time, when our forwards aren't winning contests, you can't expect him to just kick it to the same thing and expect the exact same result.
Yeah.
So I don't mind doing something new. It just didn't work that time, and we weren't set up for it, which I don't think makes too much of a difference. But like Ari Schoenmaker had a good game, I thought, in his past few weeks.
His best offensive game.
Yeah, easily.
Yes.
Like he wasn't making any lapses. Angus Hasty still had some really good signs.
His burst out of the back
Yeah.
line looked like a little 2020 Sinclair.
Little
Little,
Naz.
little Ben Patton.
Ooh.
Little
about him.
2022 Naz.
Maybe. But
He's got potential there. Too,
no
Hasty.
one played shit. When you take the fourth quarter into
Yeah.
account, if you left the fourth quarter
Yeah.
out of it, a lot of players
Have
played
we
shit,
given Zach
but-
Jones his flowers?
Nope, not yet.
Have we given Bradley
him and
Hill his
us-
flowers?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Brad Hill's goal.
Two
Brad-
that have been on a chopping block by every St Kilda fan.
They
the
were
last-
gone at halftime. I
this
was,
last-
I was ready for them to be gone.
What a bounce back game from both of them. Both
Yeah.
two veterans that you wouldn't win without those two players
Yep.
in that last quarter.
And
Zach Jones had 26.
who would have thought when our senior leaders step up,
Yep.
Look what happens.
when it comes time, that's what happens.
We have a
So-
9-0 quarter.
And that's what we've been calling for all year, for our senior leaders to step up.
Yep.
So I'm pretty happy about that.
There were still their moments. I mean, like, Jones still had his moments, but, like,
Oh, Jones's awareness in that
he...
pocket.
Yeah,
Jeez, that was
like,
something.
Jeez.
I
That
th-
was like Melvin's last goal, wasn't it?
Yeah. Besides
could have
that,
been.
great game.
Mhm.
Yes.
I think we need to
he
start
was
talking about the
quick.
positives of those two.
He was quick. Like, I remember in 2022, probably his best year, he was quick.
Yeah.
And then he had his huge quad or injuries, I think it was,
Yeah.
Mm.
that just ruined all his athleticism. And he looked back at, like, he was the one who was getting in front of the stoppage at times.
Yeah.
Like, who would have
Yeah.
thought? And then Brad Hill's goal, that only came because Tyru knocked it to Mason Wood, who handballed it. And, like, got a really lucky
Yeah.
bounce to skip past McPhee.
Mm.
I'm just thinking
Lucky.
back to something you said, Cooper, before the game. You're like, Jones is going to do exactly what he did last year.
Yeah.
Just have a great finish to the year and get that 1-year contract.
And we're gonna this
extension.
time next year we're gonna have this
Yeah.
exact same conversation.
He'll play until he's 40 if he keeps doing
He'll
this.
just keep having
LeBron!
nice little 5 weeks at the end of the season.
Yeah, but should we get into the least obvious player of the week?
Yeah, let's do it.
So the round 20
What was the votes? Because you sent a
Saint-
screenshot this morning.
Sainter of the week.
That was fucked this morning. I want to see what it is now.
It was a very close, very close matchup this week, obviously. But I'll pull up the votes now. So, coming in with a whopping 3 votes, Jack McRae.
Okay, I didn't even think it was that good.
Didn't get too
I
many
think
votes.
he posted. When did you post? 3/4 time.
Oh, okay.
Pretty much.
Yeah,
Like,
okay.
I thought the game was
Yeah.
over.
Yeah.
And I knew who was going to win it anyway.
Yeah. What, he had 24 and 2 going into that
In
last quarter.
third place, we had Jack Higgins with 6 votes.
Yep.
Good
Yeah.
on you, Higo.
Kicked 4.
Third place, we had Sinclair with 10 votes. So that is what? That's 19 votes in total for those 3.
What's the other one?
And then in first place with 501 votes is Nasiah Wanganeen-Milera.
You can't get much better than that.
You cannot get much better than what Naz did.
That's
on
a
the
that's a
weekend.
percentage of 96% of all votes.
There you go.
Yes.
So not even that. That is the best game a St Kilda players played since. I don't even know. Like that is the
Since
most
Dean
dominant
Kent
game.
against Melbourne, I reckon.
Sure. But like 09 prelim revolt, it
Yeah.
might have been since then.
Yeah.
Again, somebody that's taken over the game like that.
I haven't seen a Saints player take over a game like that in
It's-
a long time.
Yeah, it was definitely the greatest performance I can remember.
And when he signs, it's going to make it so much better.
I'm waiting for that Twitter notification to come through.
Yeah,
You've had
we've
Twitter
all
up
got
the
it.
entire
Yeah,
time.
I'm refreshing it. Come
But,
on,
um,
we're
Come
waiting.
on, Jared, we're waiting, mate.
Jared and Sam, please upload it soon. But
Sainer of the weeks.
yes.
Who wants to
I'll,
start?
I'll go first.
Okay.
Here we go.
So
One
start.
vote.
I'll go 3-1 because it's
Three to
pretty
one.
obvious.
Okay.
Naz obviously gets my 3 votes.
Yep.
Number 2, I've gone Max Hall.
Yeah.
Yes.
Just turned it on
Mhm.
in the 4th.
Yep.
13 score involvement, that's all I got to say. And then I gave my 1 vote to Higgins. He kept us in it with his 4 goals when we were going shit. So
Yep.
thought I'd chuck him in there. What about you, Ben?
I have gone 3 votes Naz.
Really?
Who else?
Who would have thought?
2 votes Max Hall. I mean, 13 score involved is ridiculous.
Yeah.
And then I've gone 1 vote to every single player who played in that last quarter.
So in the leaderboard, we have to add every single player besides
Like,
Lance Collar.
I cannot fault anyone in that last quarter.
Does
honestly,
Lance, can we get Lance Collar to vote in there too? Does he count? Even though he didn't play the last quarter.
he celebrated with them, so sure.
He did in his crutches.
Lance gets a lot of shit, especially in
Yeah.
the VFL. His 1 touch, even though it was 1 touch, it was very good.
And the tap that didn't count as a touch was also very good.
Yeah,
So I've got
did any of you boys see Ollie Gill celebrating with
Oh,
the
that
players
was-
after?
The greatest insertion of all time.
that is amazing.
Jesus Christ.
That's going to be
Can't
us
believe
in
you
like
did
10
that.
years when we get a job there.
But what about you, Cooper? Who did you go with?
I've got Naz, the 3, obviously.
Obviously.
I've got Max Holder 2 after that last quarter. And then, a bit different, I've got Zach Jones with the 1. I think he played, especially at the last half.
Is that Zach Jones' first vote all year?
Yes,
Probably.
easily.
Probably.
I'm giving him his flowers because nobody else would have. So that's why I'm giving it to him.
Fair.
What about the sinner of the week, Ben? We were talking about this
Yeah.
after the game. You're like, I don't know who I'm going to give this to.
I don't. I had
Did
to
you
think
know at
of it.
half time you were going to give it to?
Nope, still not because I ruled dog shit. Okay, one vote. Aside from that one play in the last quarter, literally with 2 seconds to go, Roland Marshall gets the one vote. I thought
Ooh.
he was really poor throughout the entire game. It almost made up for it.
His set
But it
shot
didn't.
was
Yeah.
bad.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was at
It-
48 out, 50 out.
I thought that was arguably Gorn's most dominant game
He did
so
play
far
well,
this year.
Gorn.
He was
Gorn was just
so much better.
just smashing it.
Um, 2 votes I'm going to give to Kelly Underwood and Dermot Brereton.
Back-to-back weeks.
Yep,
Kelly
back-to-back
Underwood's
weeks.
featured.
They get
Jesus.
2 votes. I don't think Kelly was last week, was she?
Callie was on last week.
Okay, well, more so the fact that she said the red, yellow, and black.
yeah, that's
um,
you ruined somebody's moment. Like
you-
Channel 7 was there.
You said Nasiah's on fire when the game is done, when you
Mhm.
could have said it for his other goal that drew the game.
Yeah.
Dermot Brereton just wants to assert himself at every single opportunity. He just says some absolutely wacko things that you're like, thanks, Derm. Appreciate that one.
I know, and you compare that. Who was it on Channel 7? Their call was great.
Yes. Even
Yeah.
the Triple M call was amazing too.
Yeah.
Because it's just raw reactions.
Because
More
everyone
than
knew it
just
was the moment.
cliche,
Yeah.
like one-liners you're trying to get out there.
Yeah. And what about
Um,
your 3?
3 votes, the first 3 quarters.
Fair enough.
That was
That
absolutely
is
stinky.
fair. And we've only left with 1 injury from the game.
The saddest
confirmed.
injury.
Saddest injury. Our boy, Lance.
Yes,
He-
got a badge there.
We don't have it confirmed what he's done. It looks like an ankle or a
Yes, he
foot,
was
but
Limping for a while,
yeah,
came back on, and
seen
then
on
just couldn't do it.
crutches.
And then went
Yeah,
back off.
so
Obviously got subbed off. And
Don't
then
know what he's done. Don't know the timeline.
did,
Interesting. I
Did
don't-
say he's out.
I didn't
Through
see him I didn't see any incident. They didn't play a replay or
Mm.
anything.
Yeah.
And so it was on crutches, so it looks to be at least an extreme ankle injury at the worst. I mean, at the best.
Yeah, and then
So-
steel shoulder, which we touched on a bit. So
Yes. So that could be a.
I think he'll play
It
next
could be a
week.
rest. We
I think-
do
I think he'll
have.
get up.
Let's not say anything actually, because they could beat us. But
Yeah, but just before we move on to the VFL, I just want to say one more thing about last night. A big thank you to everyone who's been coming up to us at the game, at trainings. We love
Yes.
seeing you guys supporting the podcast. So if you see us walking around Marvel or RSEA, don't feel shy to come up and chat some Saints footy. And yeah, big thank you. I don't think we called anyone's names. I don't have anyone to shout out,
it's
unfortunately.
a bit weird. Like, you don't expect it.
I've
Like,
never
I'm
had
not-
this
I'm not
before.
used to
Obviously,
there's only been one time where all 3 of us were together and someone actually came up, and
Yeah.
that was
Mm.
after the game, halftime.
At
Yeah.
halftime, it was.
Halftime, yeah. Let's hope he stayed and watched
Yeah.
out the game.
I hope so. Comment below.
Shout out. I don't remember your name.
Yeah.
I don't remember if he asked for your name. I do
I don't know
regret
if
that.
we did, but,
we were all in a bad mood at that time.
Yeah. Yeah.
comment below and we'll remember you.
But it is
Yeah.
great to see. It is great to see we're getting recognition.
Mhm.
Yes. There was a few people around the concourse as I was trying to walk to you guys, coming up to say hello.
Very
But,
nice.
Yeah.
I think
Famous,
let's-
are you?
yeah,
Need security next time at
a
training.
little bit. But I'm surprised about everyone coming up to me. I thought I ruined everyone's weekends with the Twitter posts.
Are you gonna touch on that or?
No, we'll leave. Look, my sources were wrong. Okay, I was told that it was
I
happening.
think you've gone too early with it.
If I tweeted it today, it would happen. But
Okay.
we won't go there. But let's touch on the VFL for a little bit. It was an absolute
Mauling.
smacking.
Yeah.
Fuck this team off.
I know.
So sick of them.
I could not be happier that we're ditching Sandy at the end of the year.
Our AFL listed players against their AFL listed players were probably better. That's the problem there.
Yeah, Riley Bonner.
Their
Let's go.
their best player was a bloke we traded 2 years ago to him.
Yeah.
Do you want to touch on your man?
No, because I've got criticism from it, so I'll just leave. It's a Saints Nation podcast, so we'll just leave him.
It is. But it is worth noting Jack Billings, Riley Bonner, and Tom Campbell, 3 players that would be Sandy legends a couple of years ago.
And wouldn't
Yep.
get a game for us at all. Now,
Could still be Sandy Legends.
besides,
you never know.
They killed it. But Toby, I didn't watch the game, but looking at the stat line, he had 36 and 10. I'd say that's a pretty good game.
36.
36 marks and
Oh,
10
okay. Yeah.
intercepts. He had, and
10
then
intercepts. That's
yeah,
good.
so
He-
probably playing off half back.
He could be in for big Ryan Burns.
Big Ryan Burns.
Could be. I don't know. The changes are hard this week.
Max Heath, best on ground.
Max Heath, yeah, was probably best on 24 disposals, 11 clearances, 20 hitouts.
11 clearances is really good.
Yeah.
That's what you want to see.
Paddy Dow. With
Harry Boyd played fullback. I heard.
What?
Yeah, someone
What?
said that.
Yeah.
No, surely not.
He did not get a hit out, did he?
I don't know if because he didn't. Yeah, he didn't get hit outs. But
He was not playing ruck. And
I don't
he's a
know if
pure
they
ruck.
just confused Harry Boyd with Zane Cordy or not. Because I remember round 1 against Adelaide, I got them confused a
Nah,
little
it's
bit.
like this isn't the official AFL website. You'd hope not.
So did he play?
Go check the lineups.
No,
The Sandy lineups don't work.
Jesus,
But
not this way.
someone did say he played fullback. I do need
He
to
had
go
7
back.
touches, 0 hitouts.
Yeah.
He actually could have played half.
Well, that's somebody on Twitter said he was playing fullback. So
Yeah.
we'll
I
go
do
off
need to
them.
go back and watch it. Henry had 19.
Has
and a
anybody
goal.
been delisted mid-year like he has?
Nah,
As a pure ruck, as a dominant Sandful ruck,
Mm-hmm.
and you're now playing fullback in the VFL. Far out.
I was so hyped for him.
Thank you
Mm.
for your one game at AFL level,
Yeah.
Harry.
Thank you.
Good
Thank
try,
you.
at least. At least you got to
Yeah.
play it in your home state.
Yeah. And Eamon Armstrong, mini Gary Ablett,
Yes.
he debuted this week in the VFL.
One score involvement. That's all you want to see.
Yeah, so he had his 5 disposals, 1 score involvement, 1 intercept mark, which you couldn't expect much more from him, to be honest. He came
Yeah.
over, 2-3 weeks ago.
Yeah, I'm surprised he's playing this early.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's good
We
to
were
see.
talking about it at training. I'm like, I don't know if he'll play this week. And you called
I
it. You
called
said he
him,
would.
yeah. There was no other reason for him to be interviewed other than that he's playing. So.
Yeah, fair enough.
True.
His family was
Never
there.
did not see that interview anywhere.
No,
Yeah.
neither.
It might come out after the game. They might,
It's
do
coming out after they post the NAS signing.
when they do the St
They've
Kilda
gotta do the
VFL
big
announcement.
news.
That's the
They
big
better.
news. The St Kilda VFL
The St.
announcement's the big
Kilda-
deal.
Yeah, you're waiting on it, Cooper?
I'll
Just
watch.
get ready for that, guys.
I'll watch on the socials for the St Kilda VFL post.
You might see a familiar face in one of the
Maybe.
social posts.
The familiar face.
Was it time for the segment that everyone talks about? Copped a bit of criticism last
No,
week.
it didn't. No, we're not
love
copying
that.
criticism.
We love that. We want it.
It's feedback that we're going to take on.
Positive feedback.
So
We will be taking it on. So
Cooper's Niche Connections is back.
give me your players first, and then we'll go through the story.
Okay, so we've got Farron Ray, Nick Dalcerno, Mason Wood, and Tom Campbell as my niche connections for
Mhm.
St Kilda Reverse North.
Okay.
Yes?
So we had Tom Campbell, Mason Wood, Nick Del Santo, Joe McLaren, who I've never heard of, Luke Delaney, your mate Cooper.
Oh.
Yes,
yes.
played for us in North back in
We had,
2014 days.
Adam said this is not important. This segment. Naz, that's all.
Yes?
Jesse Smith from
Can't blame
Matt,
him.
and Corey McKernan's shoulder from Stublogs.
So just a backstory on some of my
Don't
niche connections now. Farron Ray, 130 games for St Kilda. Only played the 4 for North in 2016.
Jesus.
We've got Nick Dalcerno, a club great. He played 260 games for St Kilda
When's Farron Ray's kids coming through?
from 2002 to 2013.
It's a good shout.
And then played 62 games for North from 2014 to 2016. And then obviously got delisted in that massive delisting. Mason Wood, who just had a great game as a key
Last
forward for North, played 65 games from 2014 to 2020.
Yes.
And now he's played for us since
How many games has he played for us?
86.
Ooh,
Not bad.
next year.
Yes.
Next year when
Now,
your kids
Tom
Mason.
Campbell only played 12 games for North in 2019 to 2021 and then came over to us for the last
What did he
3
play,
seasons.
Did he play 3 games?
I've got
20.
4 here.
4?
I don't think he won one. But
Played
now
against
he's in
Port-
Melbourne.
No, I don't think he did.
And that's Cooper's Niche Connections for this week.
Nice.
We're all good for feedback.
It was a very
Keep coming.
Yeah, it was a very good week. There
We're-
wasn't a lot.
We're trying to keep it because we don't want to start saying players that we don't know. That we don't want to bore the fans. So
Yes.
I've just gone short this time. But now let's get into this is a big week for this segment.
Is
the
it?
biggest.
Biggest
If
week.
we are expecting what should be happening this week, this is a massive week for this segment.
Nasiah Wanganeen-Miller.
Nasiah.
Just before we went on the podcast, John Ralph wrote an article. Pretty much, and this is for everyone to listen because I know people get confused, and I made like a 20-minute video about it. John Ralph came out and said the TDK money does not impact Nasiah Wanganeen-Milera. We can pay both of them as much as we want.
John Ralph finally being right.
We have more money than we know what to do with at the moment.
Yep.
And Ben Williams, so Nasiah Wanganeen-Miller's player agent. Nasiah Nation's gone.
It's
But
back.
It's back. But basically told us, look, put a 2-year offer on the table so we know you're serious. A 2-year, $1.4 million a year offer. So we've put that on the table. We've also put long-term offers on the table.
They've been on tape for a while now.
They have been on the table pretty much since the start of the year. The money's changed a fair bit,
Yes, and let's hope he signs now, so we
given-
don't have to keep going up.
given his form. Max Hall, he's another one, so probably going to get a 3-year
That-
contract
I
extension.
do believe NASA's manager was here over the weekend, not just for the managers' conference.
Yes.
So I've been
Stayed
told.
through
I've
the
been told
weekend.
he was in Melbourne for the weekend.
Yes.
Maybe,
That-
maybe
that-
we
that
can
is
spot him
something.
in that video. Let's see if we can
Yes.
spot him in
Yeah.
that video.
That is something we should.
We were watching for him
Yes.
at training.
Wasn't there, but there was a meeting that we saw behind some closed doors.
Yes.
So
Won't
we've,
touch
we've,
on
we've,
that.
we've got some movement. We've got some movement.
There-
That's all we'll
there's
say.
some movement, some list managers, some coaches. Just pretty interesting.
So
We've also tabled a 2-year deal to Marcus Wintega. A lot of people are blowing up about that. I think a 2-year deal's fair.
It gives us
For
a chance to
Wintega.
reset in 2 years. See
yes,
if I remember there was a rumor a few weeks ago about the NAS meeting that happened where we didn't see him as a best 23 in
That's
2
a lie.
years. This is a chance for us to see, hey, whether you are or not, we're going to give you the chance to prove yourself.
I
So
I think they both, because that's
It's-
when Ross's contract ends too.
yeah,
Yes.
Bradley Hill's
correct.
contract, Mason Wood,
Yeah.
Higgins. No, he signed on.
Higgins or I
A,
think he
a
is
couple
only
others
27.
all end in 2027.
Yeah, I think
including the
Marshall,
coach.
stuff like that.
So it's going to be a very make or break year for us in 2027. So we'll see how that goes.
Yes. Is there anything else we have to touch
Are
on?
we feeling confident after yesterday's performance?
I was 80
100%.
I was 80-20 before. I'm 99% sure.
And we've
I'm
got that
100%.
video that came out, obviously, that we talked on. If that's not him announcing his signing to the whole
Yes.
group, I don't know what
Yep.
is.
Which we can talk about it now because Tom Morris posted
Yes,
about it. The
that-
video of Naz on Ross's shoulders.
We saw it this morning and then it got quickly deleted, but we did
Yes.
catch it. So
Yes,
if you haven't
so
seen it already,
I don't think you're
we're-
hopping on your coach's shoulders
There was
if you're leaving.
a
So.
function after the game with players and family of some players, and
Mhm.
obviously Ross was there too. And we've got Nas partying on Ross's shoulders. I know he just kicked the game winner, but are you doing that if he hasn't just announced something?
Yeah, I don't know. Everyone's acting like, well, why are they acting like this in June, July? They
We
should be
made
acting
history.
like this
That is why.
in September.
Yes.
Mate, it's Naz. He's signed on, sure.
Oh, he's saying he signed on?
He's signed on.
He signed on.
Well, I saw a comment that we
Where-
said he signed in June. We never said he signed in June. Apparently, the start of June.
When did we say he signed?
apparently, the
in
start
June?
of June, we've said
Huh?
we said he signed.
I didn't see
Which
that.
is a
Had we
lie.
even interviewed Carl back then?
No, so we
No.
had zero clue about anything.
Where was that comment?
I
It
reckon
was
that's when
on
we first
one
brought it
of
up.
a deleted tweet. That was one of the threads
Very, very odd. Very,
Interesting.
by
Very interesting.
the same
Yeah.
guy that's done a couple of.
yeah, that's very odd.
Yes.
But
we
think
have not
that's-
said Nas signing it at all. Have not confirmed it. We're just giving our opinion.
Nope.
I think that's it. Should we move on to Bem? You want to touch
Yeah.
on some
So-
things?
I
What
don't
are
think-
you? What is
I don't,
this?
I don't think
Yeah,
we
we-
have touched on this, but I've got a
He's
bit of a
called an
rumor.
audible.
I've got a bit of a rumor mill this week where because Naz is now signing contracts, I want to talk about the contracts we've offered because there's been a lot of news about Lee Kalia and how he's pretty much confirmed to
Yes.
us,
Yes.
and that everyone remembers us offering Finn Callahan that ridiculous offer at the start of the year that then bumped GWS to increase their contract offer to him. That very possibly has forced them to pay more. They obviously lost 2 players last year due to salary cap issues.
Yes.
And then now they're going to have to look at extended Cadman. They're going to have to start looking to extend all the other players.
Yes.
Meaning there's little room to sign Lee Kalia.
Is this
Hence
the
why they've
smoke
offered him 400k. This is the smokescreen. I don't think we talked about the smokescreen last week, did we?
I think we touched on it.
We
Okay.
had a joke about it. Yes.
Yeah. Essendon, we offered Zach Merritt.
Yes.
Obviously, they then had to bump up his offer, otherwise he would have left.
Which they
Mhm.
didn't have to do. They just they felt like doing it and
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
fucked
'Cause-
them over.
Yeah, so clearly it made them offer more money. Potentially, Harley Reid now they
Yeah.
don't want to pay him that much, maybe because they had to pay Zach Merritt that bit more.
Yes.
And even Brisbane are offering more money at the moment than Draper.
Draper's
after Draper.
gone. Draper's
Yeah.
gone to Brisbane, especially with O'Brien signing on at the Crows.
Yes.
Carlton, we obviously offered Jacob Wiedering a shit ton of money.
Yes.
Look what's happened now to the point where their salary cap has tightened even more.
Yes.
And,
TDK obviously
and look who's
wanted
coming.
more money at Carlton,
Mm.
so clearly he is now on the outer due to them being limited in the cap space. We obviously offered Brayshaw a shit ton of money, I'm sure.
Yes.
We obviously offered ODU a shit ton of money. He re-signs. His form has absolutely taken a hit after he
Yes.
signed the contract, and potentially there could be someone we're looking at North Melbourne that I won't say a name of, but there are a lot of talented players that could very well be on the outer if they continue up this shocking form.
A Dersma type, maybe.
So, I don't think that we're going to get anyone for Fremantle. I don't think that's... We've already got the Brayshaw done. But if we offer any other players ridiculous amounts of money, don't just expect we're going for them.
Yes.
Look between the cracks, because it very well could be, as you said, Cooper, just a smokescreen.
And even with that, there's a lot of Twitter warriors saying that we can't afford this, we can't afford this, we can't afford both of them, that's why Nas is going to leave. Do you actually think, as a list management group, they get paid the big bucks to do this, that we aren't offering anything we can for Nas?
Mm-hmm.
Like, we're going, nah, that's it. You got to be stupid to think that.
I don't get that. The narrative I see a lot of people running with is like,
we're picking TDK.
We're not even
over.
trying to re-sign Nasiah. We're just giving all the money to TDK.
Yeah.
I reckon what we've done is we've probably just said, hey, TDK, here's our contract offer. And then we haven't touched it. Like, I remember there was some guy who came out and said we've now increased our offer to TDK to 1 point. Mate, you're just coming up with stories. Like, we've offered him one contract and then just said, now we'll focus all our shit on Nas.
There's a reason it hasn't been reported by any other
credible
journalist.
people.
Any other journalist has not touched on that.
Like, he's just trying to make a story. That's all he's trying to do.
Why would we offer him 1.8 for no reason? But
there was I saw something and it was the social media. The AFL gives clubs money for like social media stars, like that sort of thing. If you know what I'm on about.
What?
There's like it's like a social media fund, or like for players like Nick Dacos and Bailey Smith who have all these like Instagram followers. You can give them money from the soft cap, or I don't remember exactly how it works.
So you're saying boost Nas's Instagram followers?
Yeah. So make sure you're following Nas on Instagram.
How many people do you reckon he's gained from this?
Well, to think
how many likes?
I've gained over 1,000. Oh, not over 1,000. Over 100 since he kicked that goal. So he'd probably be at
Saints are up and
20K.
about. Who would have thought besides
Nasiah.
us? Apparently,
he's now at 32k.
Wonder what he was beforehand.
Very interesting.
Should we get into who's in, who's out?
He's now got 575 comments on his post on Instagram.
Mate.
Yes.
He was at 200 this morning.
Ben Long saying it's his shout next time. What does that mean? We don't know.
Everyone on social media was,
a lot of money bags emojis.
Jace Burgoyne, get out of his comment section. Get out of here. I don't want you liking that.
Burgoyne, you'd be lucky to be best 22 when Nas plays there. You were terrible on the weekend.
Hey, no. We love Nas and we love Nas's friends. So we want to keep that civil.
But let's get into who's in, who's out, and it's a bit of a weird week.
Yes,
very interesting.
I would have had about 6 outs at half time
three
today.
Quarter time, 6 would have been out. Now I can't really figure out who.
Yes. Do you want me to go first then?
You can go first.
Yeah, you can go first.
So I've got Toby in.
Yep.
Paddy Dow in.
Mm-hmm.
Henry in. Now, if Filippo's healthy, he's in instead of Dow. But at the moment, we don't know, so I'm going Dow. I've got Burns coming out as... I think Toby's just a better option at the moment.
Yeah.
Steele out just because that shoulder. We could be arresting him. Him or McRae. I think we're going to arrest one of them for this game.
I agree with that.
And then obviously Collard out for Henry.
Yeah, I think that's 100% fair. What about you, Ben? Who are you going with?
I've gone very similar. I've gone, obviously, I think McRae or Steele comes out. I think I wouldn't be surprised with McRae given how much he spent on the bench in the last. He looks pretty tired. It's a game where you probably can rest him with no Cherry in the ruck. You sort of don't have that clearance where you need to match North Melbourne. Or Steele. I think we probably play Steele. So I'd say it's 80% McRae, 20% Steele, because I think Steele can play in that forward pocket.
Yep.
But I was surprised that McRae started off the forward half rather than the midfield. At the start of the game, he came in.
He could be carrying in a little injury.
Which is what we've seen Max Hall do a bit. So that shows me Max Hall's completely replaced him.
Yeah, and
I need a Max Hall full-time mid-game with Nas. And imagine a Nas Filippo Max Hall full-time mid-game next week against North.
Oh my God.
That makes me feel some kind of way.
That would be fun to watch.
Yeah, I think they come out for either Philippou or Dow. Yep. I think it's Philippou, but unless he can't get up, Dow comes in. I think Toby comes in for Burns. He had, 33 touches or 30 touches on the weekend?
30 touches.
30 touches. I think him off half-back now with him and Ari and Hasty and Sinclair, I think, can pair a really good matchup together.
Yep.
I wouldn't be surprised if Howard comes in.
Yes.
And then provide some extra support if we want to play Taru forward. I think it's either Howard or Heath that come in.
So you were saying Larky comes back in for North, which is a little
I think so.
Jerry is out still?
Yes. And...
Is this a time
have a North Melbourne fan? Is Larky coming back in this week, Northie?
Oh, I don't know. Doesn't matter.
Doesn't
Yeah.
matter. We'll win by 40.
And then I've gone Heath in for Collard, providing that extra area of support. So
Yes.
Mason Wood can actually
So you don't have
play
Henry
on the
in.
wing. I don't have Henry in, no.
I feel like Henry would have thrived in that last quarter yesterday.
yeah.
He would have been one that would have done it in the third quarter, not in the fourth.
Yeah, that's somebody. That's why I want him in. I think he's a better option.
Yeah.
Collard. As much as we love
So-
Collard on his podcast.
Yes. So I've brought Henry in. I just
Yes.
think it makes sense with Collard coming out. He can play small.
No, they were both. They
he
were
can
like
play
for
in the
like last
midfield.
week. They were like for like this week.
Yeah.
You'd say.
And then I've gone with Jack McRae out.
Yep.
Considering he didn't play those last 15 minutes, I do think something's up there.
We haven't even touched on the person behind you. Does Darcy Wilson come straight back in?
No.
I don't think so.
Nah.
I think
He's full-time
We could-
midfield.
Gee, there's a lot of players
Yeah.
that are just.
Dougal Howard,
right
Darcy
now,
Wilson, Tays Filippo.
Dale's played a lot of VFL. Toby's played a lot of VFL now.
Yeah. So I've brought in Filippo.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
not a massive fan of it. If it was up to me, I'd probably
He's
want to.
well. We've been at
him,
training the last
but-
3 weeks. He's trained fully in all
Yes.
3 of those.
So I reckon
weeks.
we've pretty much rested him anyway.
Yes, I would love him to be back in that
So-
midfield with Nas. Well, we've never seen a Nas and Filippo midfield.
Yeah.
This is the time
And
we
Max
want.
Hall.
It is time to experiment late in the year.
Yeah. Well, we've got our win. We're happy with that win.
Yeah.
Let's experiment a bit more and see what we can do for next year.
Yeah, but it's time to get into our predictions. And I was on here.
Ooh, none of us has Zach Jones out.
No,
No,
I
he
think
was in
he
my votes.
redeemed himself in that
Jeez.
last quarter.
Let's go.
I've been on with the predictions the last couple of weeks. I've been like
We
real
had
on.
Saints by 40.
No, this is my new one. I had St Kilda by 3 and Alex Tyra
did.
would kick his first goal. I was
Bang.
off by 3 points. The week before that I had
He did well.
Tom Atkins and Jack Steelwood combined
Mine
for
doesn't
30.
count because I wasn't expecting Heath to get dropped.
Yeah. Didn't have time to read it.
I was on for 8 seconds,
Yeah.
and we had arguably played our worst game for the year.
Until the greatest set player of all time happened.
Literally. So I had a pretty good fucking week. I'm
Yeah.
going to say
Yes.
that as well.
And we all tipped. Well, you didn't. We tipped St Kilda to win. That happened. So
Yes.
we're all right in some sorts.
Yes, but I've gone St Kilda big time this week.
Big time.
Screw the 3 points. It's going to be 40 points this week. I think everything's starting to click now.
We're
gonna
beating
have-
on a team, are we?
We're going to have that weird
Yeah,
run like
one
we
of
did
our
last
producers
year.
is currently looking at us, and as he's a North fan, so he's not very happy with that
He's
prediction.
not happy, but I think
Naughty.
Saints by 40, and Alex Taru will kick 5
Five
plus goals.
goals.
You saw Jeremy.
So we're
you
gonna
saw
have to go,
Jeremy
we're gonna have to
Cameron
go to
kick 11.
producer again. Who is your fullback?
It's not even Aiden Cole.
You
Yeah,
don't-
like, I'm
He-
done.
It's
so-
Will Dawson, isn't
Toby
it?
Pink.
Okay, don't know
It
who that
should be
is.
Chom. It should be Chom.
Agreed.
But
Well, then again,
well,
Jess just kicked-
for some reason, Caleb Daniel will find his way on him sometimes. I don't know.
Alex Taru will kick 5
Jess
goals.
kicked 11, so you'd take
Yeah,
that.
he's got a taste for it now after he kicked his first, so I reckon
Yeah.
he'll kick 5 this week.
I like Bems too, so I'll go mine. Yes.
Yep.
Okay. Saints by 23. That is a bit different because I'm predicting a steal or McRae rested. So I'm going Max Hall, 30 touches and 2 goals in this game.
Jeez.
I also think Nas will have
Can-
a very, very good game too.
Can he steal the 3 votes from Naz then?
I think Nas still has 34 and 2 himself.
Yeah, Nas could have 40 and 6.
Let's do a little we'll preview it a little bit after, but they don't really have a tagger, do they?
Nope.
Nah.
And you can't stop him without a
They
tagger.
go with Tom Powell, but Tom Powell's not good enough.
Did
And he ball watched so much on the weekend.
Yes.
My prediction: Saints by 77. I wonder why I've gone
Saints
that.
by 77.
I wonder why I've gone those two numbers.
Oh my god, we are too cocky.
It's on here.
7 and 7. He's just that good. And then I've
Okay.
gone for Jack Higgins to kick a career best 6+ goals
Jeez.
as my bold
6
prediction.
plus. So
I
he's
think
had 5 a couple times. I
he's
believe.
had 5
Yes.
3 times in his career, I believe.
Yeah.
And he's playing on Luke McDonald this week. You tell me.
I have one of my best mates is a North fan, and he absolutely hates that guy so much.
He was
So-
their captain like 2 years ago.
Hates him.
Yeah, he
Nats only had
absolutely
1
tortures.
kick in, by the way, on the weekend.
Yeah, it was in the
Yeah.
4th quarter, I think, as well.
Yeah, it was
He
in the
played
fourth.
everyone up for.
He-
pocket.
It's literally ridiculous.
He was our best forward, took mark of the year.
It's a week of celebration.
We didn't even talk about that clearance that he hit Higgins on the chest.
Oh.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, Higgins on the chest with.
There's
It was touched.
there's too much to talk about.
Doesn't count. Yeah.
Too much to talk about. But it's a week of celebration. We're all pretty up and about.
Yes.
And you guys should be too. Make sure to, celebrate it. Don't think about those first 3 quarters too much.
No,
Think about that we've just made history and broken the AFL VFL record.
Naz is a history maker.
How many
Yes.
times can you say St Kilda have made history in a good way? Not too often.
Not right.
Not often at all.
Exactly.
I remember the Jib Bulldogs game, and that was about it.
Oh, don't.
Look, everyone
We can
apart
talk about Jack Billings for another hour. If we
everyone
wanted to.
apart from Melbourne fans will be like, "Oh, you guys are over celebrating," but it's been a shit year for us. We
Yeah.
made history, so I'm.
We
Pretty,
deserve this, and
pretty
especially
up and
our
about.
star player, our potential one of the best players in the comp.
Yep, he is.
Seal
Is
it
he, is he the best player in the comp?
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying he's best.
He's top
I'm
five
saying
right
top
now.
5 or top
I'm
3.
prepared to say he's top 3.
I mean,
Dacos and Bont.
That's
I'd
my 2,
still
and I'd go
put
Nas.
above him.
like in terms of this season, Ed Richards has had a really good year, but he's sort of
I feel like Nas is
slowly
better than him.
fallen off. And I think Naz, what he showed, is good, but
Yeah.
I'd still probably slightly rank Richards. I think Anderson's probably had a better season. Like there's still some players, but he's pushing top 10 guaranteed.
Yeah.
I just love how after a win like this, we see everyone come out and be like, Jared Healy said we should take Josh Sin over Naz.
That's an all time.
Fox Footy ranked their top 25 players under 25.
Wasn't in it.
Naz wasn't in it, and now he's probably number 1 on that
Yeah.
list.
You'd be up there, yes.
Him
But
and Dacos.
even with that Jared Healy thing, in that quote that people cut off, Jared Healy says he hasn't watched any of the players. So
I know.
why even say that?
Actually?
Yeah.
Oh my
goes-
god.
He goes, I'd admit I haven't watched both of them, but I'd still take Justin over him just because he's a Sandy Dragons boy.
To be fair, like, we wouldn't be in the position we would be in now with Josh Sin.
No offense to
Josh
Josh
Sin
Sin,
is
he's
not
playing
kicking 4
playing
goals.
consistent football. But he's not doing that.
Yep. Naz is going to...
Did
Go
Neil
there and take his
Erasmus not
spot.
get taken by Fremantle before?
He was the
Naz
pick
as well?
before, yes.
So
Yeah.
And he
they-
could be going to their rival. That's some of the Oh, did he sign? No, that's some of the rumours.
all I'm going to say is, Naz, you are my goat.
Yes.
Yep.
That is all I'm going to say.
Naz... Man, there's too much to say.
There is.
But
And anything you want to say about the game?
I
Anything?
I think so.
It was an amazing game. It was one of the best games I've ever been to.
I'm talking about the North game.
Oh,
Don't
we'll have a
preview.
preview up.
Yes.
A preview video up
Okay.
this
We'll have a
week.
preview up, previewing the game for you guys. With some,
In
some
Will's
nice stats.
bathroom. That is an actual office.
I
It
know.
looks like a bathroom.
Everyone thought that I filmed that video in my bathroom. It is an office. It's a cupboard behind me. So it's not bathroom tile, guys. I wasn't
I
filming
don't
in the
know.
bathtub.
I
But,
don't know. I don't know.
Maybe do that this week. Film it in the bathtub.
mate, I will film it in my bathroom this week then. But
That's even worse.
But thank you guys for listening to episode 17 of the Saints Nation podcast, or the Nasiah Nation podcast as it
Yeah.
is this week. Make sure to subscribe.
And everybody's going to love that
Like,
new intro you've done for this
Give
week
us,
too.
yes, the intro was pretty good.
Yes.
Give us 5 stars on Spotify and Apple Music.
And we'll be back next week after another win against North. I'm calling it.
If Naz has a game like he did this week, we will go all out.
Hopefully
We'll be-
this time next week, if not, there actually probably will be an emergency pod or emergency video if it
yes,
happens.
We are planning something for when Naz resigns, and hopefully it's this week. So
We've got everything ready besides the actual confirmation basically at this
yeah,
point.
we know the second it happens, we'll be rushing over here to the studio.
Yes.
But thank you guys for listening yet again. It's been a great season so far. It's probably the best episode we've had in a while.
Oh, definitely a while.
We'll see you guys in episode 18, hopefully after Naz has 50 and 6 against North Melbourne.
Yep.
See you guys.